Hello all, Project Wargaming here with an update on what I've been working on. So I have been continuing to work on the Crusader models, 3D modeling and then printing them off. I never have really ever used supports and platforms and stuff. A lot of the stuff I did, I didn't find them helpful, and oftentimes they just seemed more trouble than they were worth. And of course, then it takes particularly when you're printing off 6mm figures, it takes like twice as much resin to print them off. That being said, resin's not really that expensive. So, one of the things I have done on my models is I went ahead and put in some automatic, I modeled in supports for the spears, and you can see back here on the horses and stuff like that, the cav, that I put in some supports on tails and lances and spears and stuff. But I tried printing them off just on the flat, and that's been fine. What I found is that sometimes it's hard to get them off the plate, and a lot of times my blade slips and gets into the legs and then chops them all off. So I was losing some troops there. Also, when you do the printing without the base, it actually distorts the bottom of the model, and so I was losing the foot. I mean, they're 6mm troops, so how much are you really going to see the foot after you put down the basing material? But still, it's a piece of the model, and actually I think it was making the models a little bit weaker. So what I did was I went in and just tried putting in a base and a platform and then some supports. And so that worked really well. I had the setting on my, I think it's the Cheeto Box program. I had it a little too heavy, so when I went down to the light setting for the supports, really pretty happy with how they came out. So what I decided was, instead of gluing them to popsicle sticks and trying to paint, that I would just kind of put them together and basically make my own little painting strip. So I put the same model on there, and then I'll just be able to paint these models and then come back in afterwards. And it really is pretty simple. Once I move down to the lighter one, all you got to do is just come in underneath with your X-Acto and trim those off, and then you can even trim off the other supports that I added on to the models, and it seems to work really well. So I think this is the way that I'm going to go, and how I'm going to paint my models kind of from here on out. So you can see they're a little wet, still got them out. You can also see that my Elegoo Mars is finally starting to show some wear and tear. There's a couple holes that are on the LCD screen. So, but they're coming out with that new Saturn, so maybe I'll get that. So, but yeah, I have put up a bunch of models and a bunch of my free stuff onto my website. So, go there, check them out, and download some, try to print them off yourself. So we'll talk to you later.